It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
It's a venue in a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau. Nicole Hardman now on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Takes the handoff, now Love. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Byron Murphy there to make the play. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
And he'll get it up to the 44. That one gains 7. And it'll be first down, Packers.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down throw, here's Love. Completed over the middle. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Love. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They stick with Jacobs. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Love out of the shotgun. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Green Bay! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. Give up the gut to Walker. That's good room at the 35. And finally, they take him down at the 36-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
This is Walker on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
And the Packers at a 50 DB out there for this 3rd down play. Pass play coming here. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They go play action on 1st. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And they take this in for the score. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Packers taking the field now. Their 2nd series of the game coming up. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. First and 10 now from the 30. Love from the gun. This is on target to Christian Watson. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Thrown on first down, Love. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Man in motion out of the slot. On 2nd down, Jacobs. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's able to cross midfield before going out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert.
Ooh, Mike McDonald not liking what he saw. The challenge flags hit the field. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens, because you've got to make that transition from college, where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Love looking to pass. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's taken down at the 30. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 now from the 30. Love now. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers break the tie here in the first. It's a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Steven Sims with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They're out and set, first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Staying with Walker. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Pickup of 2 here. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They have second down behind the sticks. Back now, pressure on its way. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Third and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, Coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And that's good for a gain of 5. Byron Murphy there to make the play. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and just 2 to go. Dom's the man in motion right. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be Seahawks football. First and 10 now from the 30. Walker now from the gun. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running with Walker again. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Walker running to the right. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky deadline, without that ball being tipped, we were looking at the big game. They missed opportunity to push their offense, and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Packers are going to have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Love now to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. That's a short gain of 1. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. And it's the Packers with 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Finds his man, it's Kraft. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Love. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 27. Completes this one to Kraft. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. To the air with Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14. On now is McManus to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks are going to take over late in the half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Pass complete to Walker. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Offense in the hurry up here. He'll throw it. Walker hauls it in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That's halftime here in Green Bay. The Cheeseheads with plenty to cheer about as their Packers had the lead. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was the Packers' leading man, quarterback Jordan Love, who turned in a solid performance in that first half. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. On now is McManus to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Bronk, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room, some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success, and that's exactly what they did.
Looking for the back that time, and it sets up second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd and 10 now. On the move, headed. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Packers into a nickel defense, 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. He signals for the fair catch and brings it in. So no return on that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They send the tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Love to throw again. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Thrown on first down, Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. Love out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Love from the gun. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll throw it again. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers push their lead further to start the half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21. On now is McManus to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker running right. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
from the 29. That's a catch, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Motioning one of the tight ends. Walker on first down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 11. Escapes the pocket. He keeps it and takes off. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
On 3rd down, Walker. First down and more, past the 40. And finally stopped at the 34. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on first. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Quay Walker. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. Into the hands of Walker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Handoff to Walker from the gun. Breaks the tackle, still going. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running back, motioning right. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he's brought down after a short gain. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Seahawks have possession, and this final quarter begins with them in a massive hole. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Running left, here's Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Jacobs running behind center. And he's able to power this forward.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They stick with Jacobs. And he turns a little room into a gain up to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Love looking to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Fielded just beyond his 40. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
2nd and 6 now. We've got a screen to the running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. Steps up, and he's running with it.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
2nd and 3 now. From the 24. Varner's got it. Complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Working quickly here. First down from the red zone. Pass complete to Walker. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Oh, stiff arm. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Flush down out to it. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Now here comes the Green Bay offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers can rest easy with a 3-score lead. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Jacobs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a 4-yard scamper, and they get some yards back. It's 2nd and 11. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, 3rd down. So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. And save for a few moments in that opening quarter, Brock, they pitched a shutout defensively that in the end was the impetus for the victory. They're going to be bummed not to have that goose egg on the board at the end of this one, no doubt, but a performance to be lauded nonetheless. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.